Hey guys, I am finally doing a video after weeks of silence on this channel, and I can only apologise for that, and I am truly sorry that you haven't really heard much from me over these past few weeks. Obviously, if you've read the blog post I did a few days ago, you will have noticed that I am really struggling right now. Or if you saw the suicide video I did for Suicide Prevention Day and the note I'd written on the page, you know that something big had happened to me a few weeks ago that has turned my world upside down. Basically, what happened to me a few weeks ago was really bad, and it's very scary, and I'm still trying to figure it out, and we're all trying to deal with what happened. What happened was that for a few days I had this massive, like, the worst headache I'd ever felt in my life. I couldn't stand any light, I couldn't stand any noise whatsoever. I was living in this dark code of room, no sound, no light whatsoever, and it was just getting worse, and I felt so much pressure in my neck and shoulders, and I just felt like my head was going to burst on the pressure. And of course, when you think of headache, sensitivity to light and all that, you think meningitis, but obviously I didn't have a rash. So after a few days, my mum dragged me to the doctors, and they sent me straight up to this team, because it was, when it was to do with the brain and possible things, it was like no messing around. You are straight in, up, and trying to get it figured out as soon as possible. And they thought I had a bleed on the brain, I had scans done, blood tests, all this, and then I had to have lumbar punctures done, and I had 4 of them overall. And it came back that I had too much pressure on my brain, which is too much fluid on my brain. And basically, if you have too much fluid on your brain, it can block the oxygen from getting to your brain, i.e. stroke. And there's many other complications, and it's very dangerous. And if I had waited even a day, or it could have ended very badly. And what they did when they did the lumbar punctures, they drew a lot of fluid from my brain, so it wasn't as bad. But they have to figure out why my brain is getting far too much pressure on it. So I'm taking certain tablets, and light is still very sensitive to me, so filming this video in the light is not very pleasant. Sound is very still hard. I've had lots of tests done to test pressures on my eyes, and it's just been a mad rush, and I haven't dealt with it well. Basically, I've been a mess. I'm petrified of doctors, and I've even got bigger fear of needles, and if you've ever had a lumbar puncture, it is the most painful thing that I have ever gone through. And I have had a lot of procedures done, and that was definitely the worst. And I got through it. I did what I had to do. I did every test they told me to do. I stayed strong. I noticed a few days after I was released from hospital that the stable ground that I had been trying so desperately to keep was crumbling around me, and I didn't know how to hang on. Before all this headache drama with my mental illness, I finally felt like I was being stabilised. I felt like I knew what was going on in my head right now. I felt like I was on the right path. I was doing the right things, and I was sort of on a good level, and I was feeling stable. And for those with mental illness, you know that it's really hard to feel stable in your illness, and when you have that feeling, you want to hold on for as long as possible. So just when I was finally starting to feel like life had given me a break and I could do it, and I had this massive hope, and I just felt happy that I was on the right path and I could do this, that I'd worked really hard and my mental illness was stabilising and I could do it. This all happened, and it came crumbling down. It has been a few weeks since I was rushed to hospital with the illness, and I'm still going to doctors and all this and this and this. But when something big happens in your life, even if it's a physical illness, it destroys your mental illness too. That stable ground that I had so desperately fought hard to keep and was happily on has gone. I have lost that part and I feel broken. I am completely lost. This has just teared me down. For years I have fought different mental illnesses or physical illness, and when I finally thought that I had a glimpse of hope and that I was finally on the right path and that maybe, just maybe, it was my turn to have a bit of happiness in life, this all happened and it just knocked everything that I had built around me down, and I was just broken. My consultant is obviously very, very lovely, but that's the thing with doctors, they can walk into your life and deliver this life-threatening and life-changing news and they walk out fine and you have no clue how to deal with that. I left hospital broken and I haven't been able to fix myself since. I am just not finding it easy to get back up this time. You know, in previous times I have tried and I have picked myself back up over and over and over again, and I've brushed myself off and I've tried different therapies. I've tried different this and I've done everything I could. But this time I'm just finding it hard to get back up because I don't see the point. I've lost the hope in the world. I've lost faith that I'm going to get through it. I've lost the hope that something is going to help me find the way through this. I've lost a belief in myself that I can even do it. And I'm tired, incredibly tired of fighting this mental illness. And now I have to fight this physical illness too. It feels like all these years of fighting these different illnesses have used up the fight for this biggest fight I've got left to fight. And I've just got no fight in me. I'm just empty and I honestly don't know how to survive this one. And it's hard. It is really, really hard to try and get up and live another day in your head that is physically killing you nearly and mentally killing you. And it's just, it's too much. It's too much. And I think that now it's finally got to my breaking point. I thought that I'd had my breaking point, you know, I couldn't get any lower than suicide. And I've picked myself back up from that moment and I swore that I'd never get that low again and I'd always keep going. But I don't think I can survive this one. This is tough. And I've just lost myself in it. I don't feel like me anymore. I've lost the hope in myself. I've lost the belief that I can get up and have the strength to mentally kick this and physically kick this. And I've lost the one. And I don't know if I want to, which is the hardest part, is admitting do I really want to fight this? Because I'm tired and I'm broken and it's just been a really, really long journey. And when you think that you've got so far and you've gone through all this crap and you finally feel like you're starting to be able to breathe normally again for the first time in years, and then have this drop like a huge bomb and blow it all up, and this time I'm hurt. I'm really, really hurt and I'm sad and I'm scared. I am terrified of this because there's nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do but take tablets and tests, and I don't know if the pressure's going up in my head. I don't know what my brain's doing, what the fluid's doing, all, and I am scared that this is the thing that's got the best of me, and I don't like that feeling, and I hate what it's doing to me and my family. I am turning 21 in 2 weeks on the 11th of October, and my family wants to celebrate because, you know, you're 21, it's going to be this big memento birthday. But I don't want to. I've lost. What is there to celebrate? That I'm turning another year older and I'm more broken than I was the year before. That I've now got another illness to add on to the plate, and my life is just a big bag of mess, and I can't pick myself up. So I am finding it really, really hard to find that fight that's within me to fight this. But today, for the first time in a few weeks since I got the news of what was happening, I had woken up at 3:30 in the morning, and for the first time in I don't know how long, I wanted to film a video. I wanted to film a video for you guys, and I didn't care if it was going to hurt my head more for the light or this noise. I didn't care that it would take days to edit because I had to do it really in quick bursts. I just wanted to film, and to me that gave a little jolt of what it was like to be me, the old me before the illness. And it helped. It helped knowing that somewhere inside of this sadness and pain and all the hurt, there is still a part of me that is still in there and still wants to help other people and inspire other people, and that's still in there. I just have to find how to get that out more. So for the first time in a few weeks, I finally felt like me, like a little piece of me had come back, and I know that it'll probably be gone by the end of the day, and tomorrow I will be all sad and depressed and just hating life. But at least I know that there's still a part of me in me, and I just have to hold on, and it's okay to be sad. You know, I've had a bomb dropped on me, and that bomb isn't gonna suddenly disappear just because it's been a few weeks. I'm not suddenly gonna be okay with it just because it's been a few weeks. So hopefully I will upload more videos soon and write more blogs, and hopefully get back into the swing of Sprinkle of Courage. And if any of you guys have any tips or any help for me that I could really use right now, because I am desperately failing fast and I could really use some help right now. So I hope you guys are all doing a hell of a lot better than I'm doing right now. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye guys.